back to the Blue Door Puff Thunderdome. If you're another both Andy Carlson, Minnesota's 87th best daily podcast. Everything and nothing, 5 days a week, coming at you on a Wednesday. Sitting shotgun with me is Uncle Nick. Follow him on Twitter at Nickason. Hola.
Hey, ¿cómo estás?
What do you think was in that potato salad? See, that's what I don't get is, all right, so the term salad, completely, we take great liberties with it. Because initially it started off, I wonder what the etymology of the word salad is. Because I want to know if it started off as rabbit food, salad, ensalada, or if it started off as the fruit salad, the taco salad, the pasta salad, the potato salad, then it became, the lettuce salad. Because there are many salads out there that are not that great for you. Like the potato salad is delicious, but all it is potatoes, mayonnaise, and mustard, and eggs.
That sounds perfectly good for you, right?
Yeah. Or coleslaw, which probably was originally called cabbage salad. It's just mayo, vinegar, and sugar. A lot of sugar.
Is it really just sugar? Just pour.
Oh, yeah. Pour some sugar on coleslaw, but it's so good. I love coleslaw.
It's great. I love it. I mean, lettuce. Come on. Who wants that?
Also, KFC, best coleslaw.
I think so.
I think a lot of people hold that opinion. So it's got to be a fact, right?
Yeah, I think it's true.
Also true is we're growing. Tell a friend, spread the word, add to the Jerome Army, and iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, and like us on Facebook, Facebook.com/Bull Show. Give us a thumb. Give us a little likey there. Today, we're going to be playing How Old They Be, Sitcom Dads edition. That should be fun. And Nick is missing out on recording Friday's show. So I will be rocking solo. It will be the first ever Andy's Awards, where it will be just like the Oscars, except I'm going to be celebrating all the movies that I saw in 2016. So it'll be fairly interesting.
How many movies have you seen?
Also fairly short. I don't know. We'll have to go through the movies, and then I'll pick a Best Picture, Best Actor, Actress, Supporting Actor, Actress, Director. Okay. Yeah. It'll be an interesting thought process, but the reason you're missing is because you have a mandate on Thursday.
Yes, me and my our mutual friend Benson, we are seeing a movie that's only airing in the Twin Cities on Thursday.
What is it called? Tell the people.
I really don't want.
Tell the people.
All right, fine. We are seeing the movie. It's called Sword Art Online Ordinen. Scale. It's an anime film.
No, that's not a real thing.
It's a real movie for an anime show that me and my buddy Benson got into a long time ago.
All right, so I'm the only full-blooded Asian here, and this looks like shit. Of many things, I've never got into anime. Like I never quite got it. All right, so I'm gonna read the plot. And no laughing. The film is set after the anime's second season, in which Kirito, Asuna, and their friends start playing a new game known as OS, short for Ordinal Scale. That, contrary to the previous ones they played, doesn't have a full drive function and is based on a new augmented reality device instead called Ogma. In this game, players are ranked according to their achievements, and players with lower ranks have serious disadvantages in duels against higher-ranked peers. However, Kirito and co. discover that something is wrong when they come across monsters from Aincrad. Sure. The world from the same game they were trapped inside 2 years ago while fighting for their lives. So this is basically Wreck-It Ralph.
This is more of that one movie Surrogates kind of.
This is Asian Wreck-It Ralph. So Wreck-It Ralph.
All right, I'll do the quickest summary of the show ever. It's a world where everyone can go into virtual reality, and they're like these virtual reality worlds, like kind of, yes. It is like the Matrix. In the original first season, what happened was a new world came out where people can go into, and they allowed 10,000 people, like in Japan or whatever, to go into it, but the creator actually trapped these people and made these people like forced to be stuck in there until they beat the game in its entirety. And it's a full scale.
This all sounds very fascinating.
It's an RPG. It's like that role playing scenario thing. So it's about following them being trapped in there and trying to get out. I'm sorry, it's something me and Benson get into. I don't know why I have to talk about this.
I understand that this is probably pretty popular worldwide. Box office is $1 billion yuan.
That's
which
is that yen?
Which converts into it's the Japanese yen or the Chinese yuan. It's the same symbol, so it's kind of confusing. But it's like the American and Canadian dollar symbol. Yeah, I guess that's the same thing. That's analogous. But $1 billion yen or yuan converts into like $40. So they made it like $40.
It's probably like $50. Come on,
I don't know.
Be more realistic.
Well, did you see how far the euro has fell against the dollar? Because do you remember that like every dollar was every $1.4 was a euro?
Yes.
And now it's fell like a euro is less worth now than a dollar.
Is it really?
Yeah.
So our money goes really far then.
Arbitrage talk here at Bull on Andy Carlson. Bull with Andy Carlson. Yeah, good times. But so
you're saying
good,
America
good for
rocks?
you guys. You gonna do a little dinner soiree beforehand?
Yeah, we'll probably hit up the West End area of St. Louis Park. Our movie's playing in the Icon at St. Louis Park.
You should go to Bunny's. Bunny's is always a good time.
Is it really?
Pick up some middle-aged divorcees. Like, hey, baby, you want to go see Sword Art Online, the movie, Ordinal Scale?
Yeah.
They'd be like, shit, yeah. Oh, wait, we'll be able to get tickets because it might be sold out.
It is.
You'll be all right.
No, what's it called? I bought 2 of the last tickets.
What?
Because, as I said, how silly this thing is, and Andy is with a joke about it. It's true. It's only playing one night, like in America. It's only being released in theaters. Otherwise, you have to wait, however many months until they release it.
Yeah, because you have to wait 6 seconds until it gets loaded on like BitTorrent or the Pirate Bay.
Yes, and
not that I know what those are.
And I don't do those things.
Speaking of pirated movies, so you asked if you could get your Gallagher DVDs back, and
I thought I loaned Andy years ago. I thought I loaned him. I had a collection of greatest hits of Gallagher. He was a comedian from the '80s. He had an 8-disc box set, and like something like, "Hey, I thought this would be funny." And I asked Andy if he had it, and
so Nick, let's recreate. Let's go back hypothetically if we had this conversation of you ask me if I want to borrow your Gallagher DVDs.
Hey Andy, I was wondering if you'd want to check out this my Gallagher DVDs.
I'd rather murder my wife and a waiter in cold blood and then go on a freeway chase in a white Bronco.
So yes.
I would say no. I would have no interest in borrowing it. So these accusations of Gallagher acquisitions are fictitious.
I feel like it's true.
All right, but let's pull it. The only thing I like about Gallagher is the Chappelle Show sketch. All right, so he's hitting chicken. But you're telling me that Gallagher is more than just the sledgehammer stuff, right?
Yes. The sledgehammer stuff was all the end. That's like the last 5 to 10 minutes of his show.
Closers.
Yeah, like otherwise he speaks.
I don't want to end a very smart show with a lot of stupidity. So instead, I would like to leave you with these words of wisdom. I want you to always remember, don't pick shit up.
Gallagher looks like every English
again,
professor
it'll
ever.
be right there where you left it.
It looks like if.
I want you to remember, behind every successful man is an amazed mother-in-law. So I think it's worth trying.
He looks and sounds like TJ, the young comic. What's his name? TJ. He's in a lot of stuff. TJ.
TJ Thine. Hang on.
Yeah.
TJ Thine?
No.
Oh, no, I'm thinking of the guy from Bones.
TJ actor. TJ Miller.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. He looks and sounds like TJ Miller.
TJ Miller wishes he could be this guy.
Hey. Don't think that just because I haven't paid any attention to this little watermelon.
Watermelon dressed up like a cop. Take that, pig. Effing pigs!
Is there anyone that particularly does not want me to smash this pig? Well, then let's go ahead and
So he's his 80s. He was probably one of the first people who like evolutionized the whole like using Showtime or HBO to get these hour-long specials. He used to do one every year from like 80 to like 88, and then like every other year. And he was very political. He had a lot of good politics. Talked a lot of social situations, family life. He just had a daughter. He was making jokes about having a kid. And
Well, let me tell you about President Carter. Dirty, rotten, peanut farmer, communist son of a bitch.
this would have been
I blame the gas crisis on him. So much that we're running to elect Ronald Reagan, the actor? That's still pretty insane. And this is coming from a state that elected a pro wrestler governor and Stuart Smalley from Saturday Night Live senator.
Yeah.
Like, you would think that Minnesota, with their politics, us having a good sense of humor, like God would bless us with better sports, but no.
No, not at all. I think Gallagher actually, he ran for office.
For what? Department of the Interior redesign?
Let me see.
This is a good pod.
I think he ran in California or something. Yeah, like running for governor as an independent.
Oh, well, everyone does that.
Doesn't go out like no punk bitch with a mallet.
Black Gallagher.
Black Gallagher.
Black Gallagher. Yeah, I'm pausing before he says the N-word or something, because then I have to edit that out. Yeah, Chappelle's Black Gallagher sketch. They're the best. I think he shot an audience member.
Bitch.
Yeah.
That's right.
Got warrants.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, and last thing under Gallagher, while performing in Rochester back in 2011, had a heart attack.
Yeah.
Which is the best place to have a heart attack in Rochester, because he got rushed to St. Mary's Hospital. Not even Mayo. That's funny.
Well, Mayo is more for like procedures, and like St. Mary's the like more hospital. Mayo is more for procedures, the governors, and Kings of Jordan.
We got a lot of kings here.
Yeah. Speaking of kings, let's get to some kings of primetime television. How old they be?
Celebrities are old.
69, dudes.
The question is, how old?
Get off my lawn.
Time for another rousing round of how old they be.
I can't let you in because you're old as fuck. For this club, not, for the earth.
Those makes me laugh. Also, whoever's working that bass line is your young Randy Jackson going on there. All right, we got 13 names of sitcom dads. No Alan Thicke.
Rest in peace.
R.I.P. Alan Thicke. Hey. So 13 names. We will be running through this. I think the overall record is 1-1. I won the first one. You won the second one?
Yep.
All right. And big thanks to producer Allie for putting this together. So the rules of the game are simple. I will read off a name. Nick and I will guess the person's age. We will reveal it. And how many ever points are off, that's your score. Low score wins. And play along at home. It's a fun little game. You right, Nick?
Yep, I have a note thing here because I will write it first.
Dun.
Look at me. Short.
This is
Short.
I'm the captain now.
This is a theme, right?
Yep. of Sitcom Dads.
Ooh.
Then, number 1, Tim Allen, Home Improvement and Last Man Standing. Also, spent a couple years in prison for smuggling heroin.
I remember that.
So Tim Allen, how old he be? So he's been around for a while, and I haven't seen Last Man Standing. I've heard good things, but he's got to be at least late 50s now, right? So I'm gonna say, or is it 60s? I'm gonna say 61.
I said 54.
Nick says 54. I said 61. Tim Allen's real age is 63.
Wow.
In your face. Next up is from Bob's Burgers, both you and I's favorite show. H. John Benjamin. H. John Benjamin plays Bob Belcher. Now, H. John Benjamin he's a voice actor primarily, right?
Yes, correct.
What other voices does he do besides comic book guy?
His other big one is Archer.
Oh,
he's Archer, and obviously Family Guy. I think that's when we all know him as Carl.
Yep.
Those are the three main ones I know.
Okay.
Burgers and stuff. But
all right, so let's check it out. So he can't be that H. John Benjamin phrasing. I'm gonna say 42.
I wrote 40.
42, 40. You know it's going to be 41. H. John Benjamin is 50. Shit. Oh, wait. I still won.
He's 50?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's pretty old, isn't it?
That is... I sort of pictures I've seen, I did not think he would be that old.
Yeah. Ooh, now we got the music going. Jaunty. Now it feels like a game. So I am in the lead. Next up is... Ooh, pretty damn good show. Modern Family. Ty Burrell plays Phil Dunphy on Modern Family. So Ty Burrell, I think he could be sneaky older because he's been around the block. And that's the thing about Modern Family is that I feel like the cast is very drama-free because those actors and actresses have been around the block for a while. You know, like they're pros.
The kids are making a lot of... The kids have made quite a few headlines.
Oh, yeah, because Ariel went into like her boob reduction and like her emancipation thing.
Yeah. I think stuff happened to the older daughter too. I don't even remember.
Is there like Sarah something?
Yeah, Sarah Hyland. I think she had like an abusive boyfriend or something.
Also, she's like 30.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I always love these high school TV shows. 30-year-olds in high school. Anyways, Ty Burrell, I'm gonna say 43.
I said 51.
I said 51. Wow.
Hey.
Ty Burrell is 49. Oh, good guess.
Yeah.
I'm going to give these MFers too much credit. Everyone's going to be old from now on. Next up, speaking of guys who paid his dues, Bryan Cranston, Malcolm in the Middle. Hal on Malcolm in the Middle. So Cranston's been around a long time.
What he said about Ty Burrell.
Yeah. Except Cranston made his first splash at Seinfeld, then kind of kicked around, got Malcolm in the Middle, eventually got Breaking Bad. Now he's doing movies and stuff. He's eventually going to win an Oscar because he's that talented. But I'm going to say Cranston is 52.
I said 54.
I said 54. Bryan Cranston is 60. Shit.
Nice. Okay, catching up.
All right, so you're nickel and diming me to death. Damn it.
That's I'm still shocked that H. John Benjamin was that's just mind blowing.
Sorry. Have you seen number 5, John Goodman, Roseanne, playing Dan Connor. John Goodman. He's in 10 Cloverfield Lane. I've heard good things. I've not seen it.
I haven't either.
All right, so I keep undershooting all these MFers, so I'm just going to go, like, John Goodman is 90. Good old 90. Now, I'm going to say John Goodman is 62.
I said 63.
Said 63. John Goodman is 64.
Yay.
There you go. Number 6, a fellow Asian, a fellow Duke Rad of a show that I've never seen. Ken Jeong on the show Dr. Ken plays Ken Park. No, it's quite a stretch. But how old can Jeong be? Like I've said many times before, Asian men are tough to gauge their age. Because he could have gone to Duke when he was 14, you know? Because that's just what us Asians do. And so he could be 27, or he could be 60. Very, very one of the two. I'm going to say Ken Jeong is 48.
I said 41.
Said 41. Ken Jeong is 47.
Wow. Okay.
Number 7. Number 7 of 13. This is my favorite one. So George Lopez, on the George Lopez Show, playing George Lopez. This is a great sitcom, by the way. I used to watch this show.
No.
No, George Lopez is genuinely funny, and also the daughter on there was.
I'm just watching Andy just make his clicking sounds.
All right, so George has definitely been around the block in a lowrider. I'm gonna say 50. I'm gonna say 58 for Lopez.
I said 61.
Said 61. George Lopez is 55. I'm overshooting all these guys. Yeah. Next up, 8 of 13. Here we go. I think I got a slight lead on Nick.
Yeah, I think you got quite a bit of a lead on me.
All right, so I have a 10-point lead on you.
Okay.
I got 428, and you got 438. No, 10 points either way. Next up, John Mahoney. John Mahoney of Frasier fame. Frasier
fame. I'm totally confused.
Martin Crane on Frasier.
Okay.
So hell, he was old when the show was on, or was it a spot where, John Mahoney was actually only 10 years older than Kelsey Grammer, portraying his father. He was one of those weird like Golden Girl spots.
That's what I kind of was thinking too.
I'm gonna say John Mahoney is
no spring chicken.
78.
I said 81.
81. John Mahoney is 76. There we go.
Oh, I feel so sad.
Plus, that seemed like a long time ago, right? Frasier?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Like 90s, I thought he was in his.
Plus, what bugged me when Frasier was on Cheers, when he had the stupid goatee, he looked like a douchebag.
I have mixed feelings. I kind of liked him as goatee.
Wait,
guy.
wasn't Kelsey Grammer's wife on like the Real Housewives of one of like L.A. or something?
Oh, his real life. Real wife. Maybe.
It's like she's sitting around with all of her chicks and dresses and Botox and Chardonnay and Percocets. Like my ex-husband is like totally like Hank McCoy in X-Men. But he may be beast on the screen, but he's no beast on the sheets.
Gross.
So where were we? Oh, number 9.
I'm trying
number 9,
vomit.
second Modern Family entry, Ed O'Neill. Ed O'Neill, also of Married with Children fame. Jay Pritchett on Modern Family, and what's his character on Married with Children?
Al Bundy.
Al
Bundy. One of my favorite shows of all time was Married with Children. That definitely was. It was revolutionary because it was one of Fox's main hit shows. You know, Fox is a fairly newer broadcast network.
Because remember when Fox was edgy, like The Simpsons and Married with Children.
Yeah, because it was stuff that was not shown on like NBC, ABC, CBS. You know, like Roseanne was kind of like an extreme for its time.
And now they have a time traveling show where the time machine is a gym bag. Cool. Cool.
The evolution of television, folks.
Also Taboo on FX.
Oh man, Christina Applegate started on that. You know.
Yeah, and also
Peggy, Kathy Siegel.
Yeah, Kathy Siegel.
Now.
She'll be able to progress her career on her own merit, not be married to the writer/creator of a show. Sons of America joke. I love that show, and she was really great on that. So no.
Wait, what was her husband?
Kurt Sutter.
Oh really? Oh
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. All right. So Ed O'Neill, how old would he be? He can't be 70, can he? He might be though. I'm gonna say 70 on the nose.
I said 66.
66. Ed O'Neill is 70.
Wow.
Suck it. Suck you. Oh, no. So Little Giants fame. Yeah, him and Rick Moranis.
That was a great movie.
That was a good movie. That doesn't. You know, everyone talks about The Sandlot being the quintessential kids sports movie. Little Giants doesn't get its due. That was a very good movie as well.
It was one of my favorite movies of all time. It was.
Yeah, well, because I always talk about The Sandlot and Mighty Ducks, but Little Giants, probably not in that same strata, but it's definitely up there. All right, next up. 4 names left. Number 10, Ray Romano of Everyone Loves Raymond, playing sports writer Ray Barone. And you know he was a sports writer because he never wrote about sports at all in the show. All right, so Ray Romano.
Okay, I wrote mine.
Wait,
I'm trying to write mine. Okay.
Nick, do you have a Ray Romano impression?
I never. My impression of talking about Ray Romano is from what I hear from other people is that when you're younger and you try watching a show, you don't get it, but once you're married, then it all kind of makes sense.
Holy crap!
Is something that's I've heard that many times about Everyone Loves Raymond. Was like that was his like the thing of watching that show. Like once you live his life, then you kind of get all the jokes. I mean, I feel like a lot of it was more Patricia Clark. What was his wife? Patricia Richards? No, Richardson.
Patricia something.
Yeah, something. Whoever played his wife and the mother-in-law made the show.
Mother-in-law. And also Brad Garrett. Raymond. All right, so Ray Romano, let's say 54.
I went 62.
62. Ray Romano is 59. It's kind of in the middle. All right. Next up, a guy that I've been watching a lot lately because he's in The Patriot. Number 11, Kurtwood Smith. He read Foreman on That 70s Show and also RoboCop.
He played the big guy in RoboCop.
But yeah, I love RoboCop because whether your parents took you to the theater to watch it or rented it, they're like, oh, this is a kid's movie, just like the cartoon, right? Nope.
He's been in a lot of. I think he's been in quite a few movies. And
who do you think got more women in their day, Kurtwood Smith or Clint Howard?
If I was Clint Howard, I would totally be like, "Hey, you know who my brother is? Ron. It's Ron. I can get you a part in this movie."
All right, so Kurtwood Smith. I'm gonna say he definitely 60s, probably not 70s. I'm gonna say 68.
That's a 61.
61. Kurtwood Smith is 73. Holy crap!
Wow!
Damn, white.
Damn it! I'm like out of it now.
It's all right. 2 names left. This one's fun. From Family Matters, Detective or Officer Carl Otis Winslow, Reginald Vil Johnson, also Die Hard.
No, I always remember the Family Matters episode where he's like answers the phone and he's saying his full name. What's it, Carl Oral Winslow? And then then you hear him go shake it. And he goes, "Yes, I realize my initials are Cow." I'm like, oh my god.
Oh man, Family Matters was such an interesting show because it was funny because Urkel, right? Especially when you're a kid. But then apparently the show was supposed to be about the mom, and Urkel was supposed to be like a side character, and then it became all about Urkel, and then she got pissed and like left. Yeah,
and the show also had there were other relatives. And like there was an aunt, there was the aunt's son, Richie, and there was a sister who wasn't, other than Laura, who they just kind of written out, like season 2, season 3. They realized, and the magic of television. And a lot of people didn't freaking notice. They would like say anything, but obviously the attention was on this. Whoever was writing the material for Urkel was for Julia White. It was just like, oh, wait, this is actually a seller. Is this kid?
Speaking of changing characters, when Fresh Prince did it, I think they did it in a really smart way. When the original Aunt Viv couldn't get along with Will Smith, they just recast the character. And on the first episode of The New Mom, Jazz came in and asked Will Smith, "Hey, who's playing the mother this year?" I love when TV shows are self-aware and self-deprecating like that. Anyways, Reginald Vell Johnson, I'm going to say is 58.
That's a 65.
65. Reginald Vell Johnson is 64. Hey?
Hey.
All right, let's check out the. No, we'll leave in suspense. I think I got a slight lead. Last but not least, a guy who we grew up not being a father, Damon Wayans. My wife and kids, Michael Kyle. Also, I'm sure he's a dad on the stupid Lethal Weapon reboot, which actually looked kind of good.
My aunt was one day bragging about, Nick, you gotta watch the Lethal Weapon one. Apparently, it's not too bad. So
not too bad, or old people entertaining, not too bad.
I think it's the first one actually.
Because old people entertainment, like they love Blue Bloods. Blue Bloods is the number one show in America.
This might be an example of whatever
Or
fake
The
news
Mentalist.
might be. I love The Mentalist. We do not joke about The Mentalist here.
No, Blue Bloods is the number one show on network television because old people cannot change their channel off the default channel, which is CBS. I've explained this many a times. I don't know.
Probably.
I don't know if I explained this show, but put in an elevator speech. Old people don't know how to work their TVs. The default channel on most TVs is the bottom one, and that's usually channel 3 or 4, and that's usually CBS. Like Twin Cities is channel 4.
I completely agree with that.
Yeah.
No, it totally makes sense.
Twin Cities channel 4, Southern Minnesota, Iowa, Wisconsin is channel 3. That's what I grew up with, so it's pretty easy to see. Anyways, that's how CBS gets monster ratings. Anyways, Damon Wayans. I'm going to say he's probably up there. I'm going to say 48.
That's at 51.
51. Damon Wayans is 56 years old. Oh,
Nick
Uh-oh.
might be catching up a little bit. I don't think it's that close, though.
All right.
I think you're still... I'm going to say you're winning by 5.
I don't know, Nick. Final score. Nick, 70. Andy, 56.
Oh, yeah, you totally killed me then.
Tuesday's gone with the wind. My barber's gone with the wind. I just want to thank the producers of La La Land for making the second best movie of 2016. Burn. Nah, just kidding. All right, we'll be back with a little bit more news on today's Bull with Andy Carlson. And coming back into the Blue Door Pub Studios on a bright little Wednesday. And so Wednesday is my usual spiel. My usual schedule is work a little bit, work out in the afternoon, go record the Andy Luke Football Machine, get it on iTunes. It's a good show. And then we go to Blue Door. And that's the midweek, like you just made it past the hump sort of outing. And it's good because usually my week is pretty front loaded, and then as soon as we hit Blue Door after that show, it's kind of all downhill from there. Because I only have 7 more podcasts to record the rest of the week, and then we're in the clear, and then we're out. And you should too. Like Blue Door is all about good times. No one ever goes to Blue Door sad. Even if you're trying to drink away your sorrows, you can't be sad at Blue Door. All 3 locations, St. Paul, the original, which is get there early. I think that's the major one there. Longfellow is like Lambeau Field. It just, you drive around in a neighborhood, and then all of a sudden, bam, it just kind of shows up. That's the great thing about it. It is a true neighborhood bar, not like that big chain that says, "Oh, we're your neighborhood bar," even though we're out by the Shopko. Yeah, cool. And then also Como University on Como, which is my stomping grounds. Come by, hit that up, thebdp.com. Nick, how's your week been going?
Not too bad so far.
You didn't get stabbed?
Did not get stabbed. I've been pretty healthy.
Well, here's what a running gag should be. Like, I'll ask you every show if you've been stabbed. And since we record this a day or 2 ahead of time, I will stab you in the interim time. So when people hear this later, they'll be like, ha, Nick did get stabbed.
No, well, let's not do that. No.
Or I'll just let you loose in Maplewood with a sign on your back that says, "Hey, I got concert tickets."
No.
Shanked.
No.
Shanked. All right, let's do a little news.
You are fake news. Sir, go ahead. Can you... George Bush doesn't care about black people.
Ain't got time to believe. You can't handle the truth.
The news with Uncle Nick.
All right, so we got supersized news today because there's a bunch of stories that I'm very interested in. But so kick it off with the numero uno.
All right, now let's start with Minnesota sports news a little bit. What?
What about Porn Mountain?
Oh, you want to start with that one first?
Yes.
Okay, fine. We'll go to Porn Mountain. All right, from the Mirror, some website, I think UK sponsored website. A man who owned 6 tons of porn died when his collection of filthy magazines fell on top of him.
Magazines.
I'm not making this up. 50-year-old body was discovered. Was only discovered 6 months later when the landlord entered his flat in Japan to find why his rent has not been paid.
I tell you, these babes are really something. You got to see them. 16 years old, built like this.
Sounds good.
You're gonna like it. You never had anything like it before in your life.
Oh my God.
Don't let it scare you, honey. You'll have the time of your life.
See, this is what they're missing in this new wave of amateur porn all over the place. They don't have production value. They don't have a theme song. You think Backdoor Next Door Hussies 7 has like a sick bass line like this? Do you think Albino Casting Couch has sick beats like this?
I do not think they do.
Anyways, all right. So the guy's 50, so he's obviously of a different generation, which explains the magazines. Like, I think we're born at the tail end of the dirty magazine thing because that I can remember like bus trips for like sports or like basketball or baseball, where if a guy could sneak out his dad's Hustler or Playboy or something, like that was still a big deal. But we were right at the tail end of that.
No, we're definitely part of the internet age. Thank God.
Yeah, because I remember like my dad relaying stories like, well, it ain't like this fancy internet that you kids got, so like we have to go into the woods and find like a charcoal drawing of boobs. Like that was our thing.
Charcoal drawing.
Hey, where you going? Oh, you're going to the woods to go see the charcoal boobs again? Yeah.
Oh my God.
But this guy, so this is Japan, right?
Yes.
All right, so the Japanese have a very unique relationship with pornography. Like it's culturally and socially accepted to have lots and lots of pornography, right? And the funny thing is like Hideki Matsui, when he played for the Yankees, like he was pretty famous for Japanese reporters because he was still a big deal over there, and a big Japanese player doing well here in Major League Baseball. He would trade porn with the reporters, the Japanese reporters, and it wasn't because like, hey, I haven't seen this one, I want to see it. No, it was like trading like Pokemon. It's like trading baseball cards.
Yeah, I can kind of see that.
It's like an active collector pursuit in Japan, which explains a lot about me. Or half of me, at least.
Yeah, you have to listen to this part of the story here. The porn addict's this is from the Mirror.co.uk. The porn addict's slowly tragic death was revealed by a member of the cleaning team who said that his company has been hired to remove the magazines discreetly in a way that would not be noticed by neighbors and the man's family to save them from shame.
Shame.
And I think shame might have won a little bit here.
Well, that's kind of a rough way to die because, A, they had to be pretty heavy as far as magazines go, and B, if this guy was doing what we think he's doing, those magazines are weighted down significantly, if you know what I mean. And maybe he was committing seppuku or harakiri. Maybe he was committing suicide, but he's like, I don't have a knife. I'll just tip my porn mags over.
Because it's been so long since anyone contacted him, I think one report here said 6 months. Like, obviously 6 months after his landlord's been late. Like, his body's been decomposing for a while, so they can't, as of right now in this article, they cannot tell the cause of man's death. If he had a heart attack or if it fell on him and then he just got crushed to death.
Here's the thing. Even though he's been decomposing and rotting for 6 months, he's still the second worst smelling thing in that apartment.
God, no.
I love that he had not talked to anyone for 5 months, and they're still like, well, it's Jerry being Jerry.
No.
See,
no.
I want to know, like, if say it did fall on him, say he didn't have a heart attack, how long it took until he died. Like, if it was like 3 days, like that would be a rough 3 days. It'd be like 127 hours, except, oh, I can't chew my way out of this because that would be disgusting. Anyways, what's that?
In some way, I think that's how everyone wants to go, right?
All right.
Can I do the Minnesota sports?
Yeah.
All right, Minnesota sports. Oh, why does this link pop up? We talked about them a little bit.
Right.
So it's been about a week since Andy can't get his soundboard to fix here. But okay, go. Minnesota United, our favorite soccer team, had their first game last weekend.
Match. Hello.
From Thingamabobber. And as Minnesota, we lost our first game 5-1 versus Portland Timbers.
Which is hard to do.
Especially for hockey. Or soccer, as this game. Or football, as they call it. Let's hear some of the highlights. Our only scorer, Ramirez, scored our only goal in the 70th.
Yeah, Christian Ramirez. That's the only name I know.
Scored in the 79th minute.
Yeah.
But then something named Valerie and Olam had goals, and someone IDI had goals in the
Portland's supposed to be pretty good, and their fan base is second to none because they're all hipsters out in Portland, and soccer.
I mean, this is only our first game, so I mean, I'm not, this should
better
be
than the Twins getting beat 19-0 in spring training.
I know, I posted that. Frustrating, but I mean, this is our first game. There's plenty more games come through the year. It looks like we're playing Sunday against Atlanta United.
And the Portland Timbers, they won the MLS Cup 2 years ago.
Oh,
so they're pretty decent.
Okay, pretty cool.
Nah, not really. All right, what's next?
All right, let me see here. Just clicking. All right. Okay, let's go to police news. Diamond Reynolds, girlfriend of Philando Castile, charged in St. Paul assault.
Oh, what'd she do?
She has been, from Fox 9 here, she was charged for allegedly hitting a woman in the head with a hammer in St. Paul.
Well, I mean, what size of hammer are we talking about? Are we talking about a small claw hammer? Are we talking about like a 10-ounce carpenter's hammer? What?
She was stopped at a stoplight at Barclay Street. Noticed an SUV make a U-turn, starting to follow her. She pulled into a parking lot, just in my lane, got out of her car. She heard someone yelling at her, and then punched the 24-year-old victim in the head with a closed fist, and Blair grabbed her hair, and then the person grabbed her hair and hit a person with a hammer. She must have had a hammer.
Now, do you think she keeps that in her car for protection, or do you think she's making a Home Depot run?
I'm assuming protection.
She's like, hi, my name's Diamond, and welcome to HGTV.
No, I'm assuming this is. I'm assuming this is protection.
Now, all right. So this seems like a road rage incident, or do you think it was someone targeting her? Because I mean, she's quasi known like around these parts now.
Yeah, I do think she is known. Obviously, I mean the Castile thing obviously is such a big deal. I mean, she was the one recording the video at the time, and I hear people from both sides, positive and negative about this incident and
of the Philando shooting, or from this hammer thing.
Philando shooting, from that.
Oh, the hammer thing. There's got to be two sides to this. How come this wasn't Facebook Live? That's the ironic thing.
Oh, yeah, I know. Well, she was actually physically more a part of the incident.
No, like the other chick. Just like pull a diamond and start Facebook Live and it, ow.
That's why I'm almost thinking that this wasn't like a stalking thing at all. I'm assuming it was just a run-of-the-mill, what you said, road rage. The victim told police Reynolds then with a hammer hit the victim's car's windshield, breaking it. While the woman tried to get up, another vehicle pulled up and starts spraying bear mace at the victim. Oh my God!
Bear mace. Wait. It's not good enough to have regular old run-of-the-mill pepper spray. I got bear mace.
Oh, she was one of 3 women arrested. Apparently, this was like a gang. This was like a gang attack. 3 women were
maybe it was gang initiation. It was like, all right, hey, gangbangers. Number 1, you have to go rob someone at CVS. All right, cool. Next up, you have to go rob Diamond. Shit.
Yeah.
Oh well. What's next?
Oh, I lost internet connection. Oh, there it is. Sorry, Real Pod here. Oh, the mailman incident. Okay, in Polk County. All right, viewers, take your kids out of the room for a second here.
Nah, leave them in. They got learn sometime. This guy works for the government.
Polk from KSTP, Polk County mailman charged with burglary and bestiality.
Burglary? So like broke in and start cooking?
Burglary.
Oh.
Am I saying it right?
Yeah.
I have a lisp. And then he was... A 21-year-old mailman was charged with bestiality. Let's talk about the bestiality. Who cares if he stole something? Bestiality after getting caught on camera engaging in a sexual act with a dog on his postal route.
In fairness, the collar that the dog was wearing was very provocative.
Have you seen the picture of the mailman?
No.
Available?
I'm looking at him right now.
Yeah.
All right, so
definitely.
Suffice to say, this 21-year-old is not swimming in affection from the opposite sex.
Or the same sex, probably. I don't know.
So this guy looks like he'd be in bestiality. Allegedly. Sorry.
Let's see. He was... he at first was thought the mailman was just dropping off some packages. Became suspicious. Watched camera footage at 1:30 on February 6th. Captured the mailman entering a garage and performing sexual act with the dog. Thank God this isn't going into details. I do not think we need details.
The deputy reviewed the footage and observed the same thing. So it was like, now, do you think this is willing, like a prior procedure of the deputy looking at the film and was like, hey, man, let's watch this. I got a couple of beers. Let's do this. Nah, obviously there's something wrong mentally with the guy. And also, I want to know if this is the first time.
I don't think it is, honestly.
Now, the saddest thing about this is when there's something like bestiality with an animal, they'll put down the animal. Which I don't understand, but also, yeah, I mean, the dog will probably be messed up, but how can you really tell?
I don't want to think about the dog right now. Oh.
The dog just sitting on the corner, just like trying to solicit John's. Like, hey, big boy, you got a 20 spot, you want to party?
If I'm reading this correctly here, burglary is a second degree. In the second degree is a felony charge that carries a maximum penalty for 10 years in prison and a $20,000 fine. Bestiality carries a maximum sentence of 90 days and a $1,000 fine. I think we need to rethink our...
Wait, so what did he steal?
He must have stolen a package or something.
Cancellation of the American Burqa on Friday left thousands disappointed.
I was going to say, besides the dog's dignity. The hell, man. This is messed up.
Okay, yeah, this article actually doesn't say a single thing about what he stole. Like it's not even, it's like second nature. Like, he stole something? Let's talk about this dog.
Yeah, it's like 90 days and a $1,000 fine. Hey, we'll see you in 3 months, Todd. Cool.
I don't think anyone wants to see him anymore.
Sorry, Brian Lewis George L. Chapman. Have you ever noticed that all the psychos have, they always say the middle name with the psychos?
Mark David Chapman, I believe, is the...
Mark David Chapman, Lee Harvey Oswald.
I forgot. Oh, yeah, Mike Chapman killed Lennon.
See, this might be a news thing, because when they report the names on the news, they generally say the middle name to properly identify, so you don't say, like, Mike Jones. Yeah. No, Mike Jerome Jones was the perpetrator. So, and then that probably sticks in people's psyche, so maybe that's it. Maybe the news is to blame. Chalk another one on the media.
This is just
James Vander Beek.
That's interesting that they have cameras placed to watch this incident.
Need a lot of protection up in Crookston.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Probably just gets. What if the dog was? I know.
You're trying to say that.
All right, what's next?
All right, last one. Some political here in Minneapolis. There's a proposed ban on making everything a hands-free cell phone while driving. It has made it through its rounds at the state capitol on last Friday.
At least we're working big to small. Hands-free cell phone, Sunday sales. Woo! Sunday sales came first. Hell yeah.
I mean, you have to admit, there's a lot of, Minnesota, they're doing a lot of things this year. I mean, maybe we're just noticing it more because we're paying attention to the laws and rules right now.
Yeah, we're actually watching politics for once.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, this is good. So what will be the provisions? Like everything has to be hands-free, like Bluetooth?
Yeah, I believe so. Yep.
All right, that's smart. Because nothing annoys me more than people who are actually talking on their phones. Because, have that little square pressed up against their ear. Because texting and driving is illegal, but dialing to talk to someone on the phone, I think technically is not. So you're doing the same thing, and we know how long it can take to dial in a phone number or look through your contacts, like call mom, do. And or if you're voice dialing, why not just get Bluetooth? Or why not? Like most cars are equipped to have the phone call come through the speaker system, and that should be elementary. And I'm glad that we're following the lead of states like California on this, and New York too, because it's dumb. Stop. You're taking your hand off the wheel, and hey, you can talk and drive. I do it occasionally, and it doesn't take away too much. But if you're down a hand, it's a little much.
No, I completely agree. I'm surprised this isn't more like a nationwide type of thing. And through the CBS local here website, it sounds like, this is a bipartisan group of lawmakers. So, everyone on both sides of the table are for this thing. I can't really think of a group that would be against this. I don't know, the cell phone company, like, hey, everyone should have a right to text while driving. There's not really a...
Well, this is one of those issues where it's tough to find the opposition for. So here's what they'll do. They'll bring in a family of a victim, of someone who died when they were hit by a driver who was talking and had distracted driving on their phone. And they'll bring them on the floor of the Senate, and then the senators grandstanding for the cause be like, we cannot let this happen to another Minnesota family, and we have the power to change things. And then standing applause. Thank you, Senator. Do nothing. And then she puts her thumb up her ass and then does a bunch of other not so great things that benefits no one. But you ever? Here's the cadence when politicians are talking like, the American people, this cannot stand. I do not want to live in a country where my children know that the mailman is schlooping Snoopy, and I truly believe that we will be a country free of sexual assaulting mailmen on dogs. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Vote for Pelosi. Thank you.
Yeah. There's nothing in this article stating when this would happen or when this would occur to, authorize it. So, for as far as they are now, it could be, quite a while, kind of like how the alcohol ban, if Governor Dayton does sign it, I believe it does not go into effect until June or July. So this could be a similar thing as well.
See, that's I think they sure ran down the Sunday sales thing down to Mayo. Just have him sign right there. It's like, hey, Mark, yeah. Hey, no, don't get up, Bull. I just need your little John Hancock there, just a little scribble. No, you don't got a pen? Nurse, do you have a pen? You don't have pens? Why don't you have pens? All right, cool. Anyways, John is going to go get you a pen. You're going to sign this right now. Oh, you're paralyzed from the medication. Okay, just put the pen in your mouth. All right. Thank you very much, Governor. You're a blessed to the state. Because that would be just a very Minnesotan thing, where it passes the House, it passes the Senate, and then the governor is like incapacitated. that would be Blair Walsh just hooking it.
I don't think
27 out.
I think no matter what, it's not going to be available till June or July. So I mean, I think he has
June
this time.
1st. Yeah, and does he have time? But I saw that the fight now over what will be available for sale is going to be heating up. And that one's going to be a little bit tougher because will they be able to sell hard liquor, or is it just beer and not like 3-2 beer like regular beer, and wine? That's going to be the next hurdle.
I saw someone buying Bud Light at a gas station like 2 nights ago, and I was like, why? It wasn't even Sunday. I was like, why?
Who wants to get really full and mildly buzzed? Drink this whole case.
These 2 old guys who are in front of me in the line.
I feel, when you're young, it is more of a machismo thing. It's like, give me the Everclear. Let's do this. And also, caffeine-wise, give me the triple espresso. No room for cream. No, it's fine. But as you get older, you notice how old people drink like half-calf coffee?
Oh, yeah.
And I remember like my grandparents would get together with one of her sisters and in-laws, like 4 of them would play bridge, and then they'd split a 6-pack. And like, no, that wouldn't be like a Tuesday. That'd be like a Friday night of getting lit. Yeah, 1.5 beers apiece.
Oh, my uncles, they don't drink any hard liquor. I mean, they buy the 24-pack of like Mick Golden Light. That's their go-to beer. Just Mick Golden, and the problem is they drink a lot. If you drink enough of it, then they're drunk. But I mean, instead of like buying like a stronger beer and only just drinking less, they just drink a ton of Mick Golden Light, and that stuff will eventually get you drunk if you drink a case of it.
Do you think that it's possible to get alcohol poisoning from light domestic beer?
Yes.
Except
if you drink enough of it,
volume-wise, I don't think you can support the amount of volume that you need. Yeah,
you can physically do that.
Yeah.
If you sew someone's penis shut and it's like going to pee it out, yeah.
I don't think that would work either. I think they'll blow out the kidneys.
So you think they will drown? Bladder. They'll probably drown first before dying of alcohol poisoning.
Probably.
Interesting. Does anyone want to try it?
You can't really butt funnel like beer either to have the same effect as you would like butt funneling hard liquor. So that's the news, kids.
The news with Uncle Nick.
From the entire Channel 4 news team, I'm Veronica Corningstone.
And I'm Ron Burgundy. Go yourself, San Diego.
Ah! See, I've noticed that too. Like, not butt funneling, but mixing a mixed drink back in the day would be like ice and then 3/4 Jack and then just like a dash of Coke. But now, as you're a little bit older and mellower, it's just like, we'll just flip that around.
Oh no, I completely agree.
I guess it's hell getting old, Nick.
I can't believe there's butt funneling. What is? Oh my god.
Oh, well, that's a whole nother episode. And we'll get to that later. Something you also should get is getting around town, heading down to the Wolves game this Friday. Going there with a bunch of Vikings bloggers and whatnot. It's gonna be a good time. And I'm not gonna drive. Not gonna pay for parking. I'm just gonna get down there with Lyft. Bullshow.co/Lyft LYFT. $15 off your first couple of rides just by downloading the app through Silverton, entire Twin Cities metro area. Do it up, because that's what I'm doing. I practice what I preach. On Friday, baby. Bullshow.co/Lyft, LYFT. Download the app today. Nick, you got anything going on this weekend?
This weekend, yes, I got a family fundraiser going on Saturday.
Cool.
I know, right?
Yeah. Shows available on iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio. Also like our YouTube channel and like us on Facebook. We need your thumbs. Add to the Jerome Army. Spread the word. Tell a friend. Everyone's middle name is Jerome. Even James Jerome Vanderbeek. That makes sense. Yeah. Props to producer Allie for not making me sound so stupid today. But for Nick, I'm Andy Carlson saying annyeong, sayonara, and bye-bye. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thanks for listening to Bold with Andy Carlson, Minnesota's 87th best daily podcast. Download the show on iTunes. Everyone's middle name is Jerome.